Hi everyone. So I'm back again. I already recorded this video, but my brother's friend interrupted me. So I'm going to try it again. This is not about books. This is not about dolls. This isn't about really anything except the news. It's not about politics. I don't really talk about politics. It is about 9/11 though. As most of you are aware, if you're watching this the day I filmed it, it is the day before 9/11. And there's a lot of hype about this 9/11 because it's the 10th anniversary. If you're watching this in this year, then it is the 10th anniversary. And I have some things to share about this. I was alive when 9/11 happened. I remember vaguely, but I do remember it happening. I was in the first grade. And I don't remember a lot about that, but I do remember it because I am almost 17. In a month I'll be 17. So I was 6, almost 7, I guess, when it happened. And I never really got, and I just watched this video where I think I finally grasped a concept about how bad 9/11 was. Because as a child, my mom tried to protect me about the horrible thing that happened. I mean, I remember walking into school, and after it had happened, the day after it had happened, my teacher was like saying, "Oh yeah, I was watching the news, and I was sitting down, getting dressed or whatever, and I was watching the news." And I was like, well, I don't really remember what I was doing when it happened, because I don't. To say I don't. And so it was a big deal, like at school and stuff. So I asked my mom, as a little kid, not really knowing what was happening. And she was saying she tried, and I talked to her about it yesterday, actually. And how she says to me now is she tried to protect me from it as much as she could because it was such a horrible thing. So in that case, I grew up and I didn't realize how horrible of a thing it was. Like, most of you probably know that a couple of months ago, Osama bin Laden was killed. No matter why you think Obama did it, or if he's just trying to get press or whatever, it happened. And the world was happy about it. I remember where I was when Osama bin Laden, I heard he was killed. My mom and I were doing some errands, and my brother was at a fair. And my brother called us and said, "Osama bin Laden was killed. Yes. I heard it from a friend." And my mom was like, "No, they've been trying to catch him for almost a century." So we heard it on the news, and we heard on the radio that he was killed, and then later that evening we heard Obama talking about, like, they planned this for months and all that. It was a Sunday because I remember having to go back to school the next day. And as my brother was younger than me, he was 13, so he was even younger than I was when he was dead. And when 9/11 happened. And my mom and my brother were like, and I don't live with my dad. My mom and my brother were like so happy. My brother was like, really happy. And my mom was like, yes. And I was like, why are you guys happy for someone's death? And they're like, because he was killed. He killed thousands of people and stuff. And I was like, so? And we're Christian. So I was like, this isn't really a Christian way to act. Like, yeah, he did a bad thing. And I'm the kind of person who cares about everyone. Especially knowing how much my mom protected me when I was young. I didn't get why they were so excited that he was dead. Like, I believe that everyone has some good in them. So that includes Osama bin Laden. And then they showed little pictures of him and little video tapes of him. And I was like, wow, he's really ugly. My brother's laughing. This is my brother.
Doesn't he look like the guy that works at 7-Eleven selling you Slurpees? Just saying.
That was my younger brother. So besides him looking ugly, I was like, wow, like, you know, he was really a real person. And I was finding myself thinking like how his childhood life was and a bunch of other things. And I kept, like, I still didn't get why they were so excited, like, that he was killed. I mean, I knew what 9/11 was. Twin Towers, plane hits Twin Towers. He made everyone basically do it. But I don't think I grasped the concept until now, and you've heard, if you've been following me for a while, you've heard me. Well, you've heard me talk about Donnie 14, I think, or something. What, Mom? And so he made a video of it. So I was like, oh, cool, he made a video. So I watched it, and I was immediately touched by the end of it. I made a comment. I liked it, and I was immediately touched. And I think that's finally when I realized what damage he did, and I finally realized that. It's just, I didn't know he killed that many people. I thought, this is my image of how I thought about it. I thought there were like 20 people in the building. I thought there was about 20 people in each plane. So that's about 60 people in all. And then they crashed. Everything was done. And a lot of people, 40 people, 60 people's families were upset, and yeah. But now after watching his video, and I watch the news kind of every morning, you know, when I'm getting ready for school, and on the Today Show, they've been having a special about, like, family of 9/11, and I've seen that these 9/11 kids are like my age now, because they were young when that happened, and I was, like I said, 6 or 7 when that happened. But I've been finally realizing, and I guess over 2,000 people were killed, and I'm finally realizing, like, what he did, like, and maybe not everyone has good in them. And so I guess this is supposed to be an awareness video, and especially to parents, because if my mom had not guarded me this much, maybe I would have always known that it was such a bad thing. I know my mom was always trying to do the best for me. She's right here. But now I grew up, you know, as almost an adult, and not realizing how big of a thing it was. And so I encourage parents, don't say, Osama bin Laden is gonna get you, because I'm not a parent, I never have been. But just please do your research and explain to your children, like, what happened, and that he's dead now, because it is a lot easier to explain it since he's dead now. I mean, I'm growing up in a war, basically, and And when I was younger, I mean, I was scared that the war would get me, and my mom would take me in, and I keep saying that the troops were out there and that they weren't gonna get me and all that. And I mean, that's the same thing with Osama bin Laden, and he is dead. And so, I don't know. This is a tribute. Thanks for everyone who's made the effort to just make those videos, and thank, and I just, and if anyone's watching this and has a similar experience, please comment and tell me your experience. And thank you, Donnie, for raising awareness. Either if you were doing that or you were just feeling sorry. Whatever the reason you made that video. I know it was a very emotional video for you to make, and I understand why now. So thanks, everyone. Bye.